NuKKle Sports. It's in the game.
I mean, it's just more question you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Yeah, you better listen. I'm bringing heat. You'll be a fan when I start rapping. Way I'll have your fucking head spinning. I'm known as spit vicious. Release bombs and go tick tick. Boom, you blow me that head missing. I'm a phenomenon. Stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn. And I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving like it's Ramadan. Sick, twisted, gifted. Can't copy, printed. Can't hold me down. I shape shift, I'm liquid. I killed this beat, I might get convicted. They know how I move, it was predicted. Persistent, spoke it into existence. So consistent, no assistance. Hear me once, become addicted. If I rap it, then I live it. There's no capping, I'll be speaking this.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Yo, it is too fucking hot out for light, so fuck that. You can see the shadows of the fish swimming. Archer's out there. He's trying not to get poison ivy from his AC no more. You know what I'm saying? We got fucking John Jones being a bitch. We got Kevin Durant being a bitch.
Yeah, it's actually called being a baby back bitch.
Baby back bitch. We got the fucking draft going on that no one knew about the draft. I think
Nobody
it's because
cares. We don't care about the 2020s. We don't.
we don't. You know why? Because the Knicks ain't got no fucking draft picks. Shit. If the Knicks got draft picks, the draft would have been important. Just like the NBA fucking finals. And I would like to give a big congratulations to the pussy ass motherfuckers that lost. Pacers, congratulations. You played yourself, bitch. Shit. Fuck y'all. You ain't gonna beat my Knicks and fucking get away with it. Cheated. I don't know how yet.
Joseph. Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. I haven't been keeping up with college basketball in a hot minute. But even like last year, I knew some of the names coming out. Bro, the first 5 picks, I'm like, who are you?
Who's
All I know is that I think the top 5 or whatever, 2 Duke players have gone. Listen, I grew up being a Duke fan, but I also know that when it comes to the NBA, Duke players don't transition good.
or shit? Motherfucker. Someone out here want to play.
Yes. And we also forgot to mention a big big baby back bitch. Hi, John Jones. Fucking retiring before finding somebody, you fucking pussy.
Punk ass motherfucker. Also, since we introducing bitches to the world, what up, Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers. Talking about this is last year. Your last year should have been with Green Bay Packers, motherfucker. Should have never came to fucking Jets. What up, Toe? What up, Hoach? I predict cheat hologram was gonna get a ring before Wimby, and everyone laughed. Who's laughing now? Fuck them. Wimby but Chimo, whatever the fuck that motherfucker's name is. He ain't doing shit. He hurt. He's too skinny to be a champion. We don't body shame here. We tell the fucking truth. You tell the
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. I can give him. I mean, how much? I weigh about. I can give him an easy 50 pounds, right? And I would hit about 200 pounds. This motherfucker will still be skinny with my extra 50 pounds.
shit.
He looked like a walking skeleton, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
If you guys see me glancing, I'm also watching the Yankee game, because they've been fucking getting their ass smoked the last couple of weeks.
But right now it's 6-1.
Yeah. But they're playing Cincinnati. Like, who's Cincinnati?
That's true. But don't jinx us, Joseph, because you know how he likes to jinx us. Tom Aspinall made the Duck retire without lifting a fucking finger. You damn right. You want to get into John Jones? You want to get into John Jones, or you want to save him for later?
Bro, my man was like, retire now or potentially get in the ring and get smoked like I got smoked a couple of months ago. Or whatever, along with like a year ago, whatever. That motherfucker hasn't fought in so long that I forgot the last time he even fucking fought.
The last time he fought was when I fell asleep in his fight in the Buffalo Wild Wings with you and Lay.
God damn.
Yeah, man. He does that. He takes 2-3 years off each fucking fight.
Yo. God damn.
Yeah, man. That's what I said. Shit.
Yo, my man, that's his last fight. Wow. The only reason I still remember that fucking thing was because how the bartender fucked up my the drinks.
Word. At least you got a free one out of it.
I did.
I hear that, Joseph. But yeah, man, Leo, let's go back. Let's go back to time.
Mr. Loki, yeah. I don't know if Dana White is crying in his pillow tonight, or maybe biting his pillow tonight, because we all know he's a pillow biter.
But that's what happens when you got your Mandingo fighter and your white boy, and you don't give him no motherfucking discipline. They both turn out to be fucking crackheads that fuck up legally and don't want to take no fucking fights and just expect championship fucking fights and then want more money. Because him and Conor McGregor are in the same motherfucking boat. Look at that shit.
Correct.
They got too big for their bridges. Yo, now let's go back. Let's go back. Oh, Daniel Cormier comes out of Strikeforce, heavyweight champion.
Right.
Goes to the UFC. The dream match, Daniel Cormier, Olympic wrestler, versus John Bones Jones. John Bones Jones makes Daniel Cormier go down to light heavyweight. Daniel Cormier goes down light heavyweight. He wins his first fight. Then they have a whole thing. John Jones can't make the fight because of legal allegations. He gets suspended for some shit. Daniel Cormier is world heavyweight champion. Daniel Cormier beats Anthony Rumble Johnson. May he rest in peace. And then they fight John Bones Jones. John Bones Jones beats him on cocaine. They find out he's on cocaine. They don't take away the match from him because it's still a win, apparently, because John Jones was Dana White's boy, so it's okay. He snorted white shit. Dana White's white, correlation. Then he gets stripped from the title again because he decides there's no one better to run into than a pregnant woman in a car. And then what do you do after that? You celebrate by running away. So he gets stripped from the title again. Then Cormier is the fucking champion again. And they fight in a rush job. John Bones Jones beats him with that tricky head kick. He was getting laced up, but he hit him with the tricky head kick. He got lucky. We give that win to John Jones. UFC 100 comes around. Oh, is it 200 with the gold shit?
I think it was 200.
Yeah. And John Jones Bones get popped for another picogram or wetagram or monogram of fucking some drug that they're saying, it's not fair. It's not fair. Hello. You popped for cocaine. You had 2 fucking prior arrests. You got stripped from the title. You should be squeaky fucking clean. The squeak in your squeaky should be fucking clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be squeaking like a little fucking virgin that ain't never had nothing in their shit. That's how squeaky you should be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
you should have douched before they squeaked you. That's how clean you should have fucking been. I talk about it's not fair. Then they do it again. He gets suspended for 2 years, Hodge. Suspended for 2 years. In those 2 years, he starts taking powerlifting. He gains weight gradually. He goes up to like 245 pounds of solid muscle. He learns how to move with that muscle. And then he goes, I want Stipe Miocic for the title. Stipe's like, yo, bro, I'm trying to retire, bro. I'm a fireman. I ain't got this. You know what? Fuck it. We'll fight. Nah. I'm not ready. I'm not ready, Stipe. He takes a fight with Cyril Khan. And that title, that's for the World Heavyweight Championship. That fight lasts 0.6 seconds because Khan slipped on a banana peel and started tapping out before Jones could get to his ass.
Fixed.
So now Jones is the heavyweight champion of the world, supposedly the baddest man on the planet. And he goes, well, now that I'm the champion, I get some negotiation fucking leverage here. I want to fight Stipe Miocic. Stipe's like, yo, bro, I'm pretty much retired, bro. What happens? John Jones takes another year off. Why, you say? Because Francis Ngannou was the real heavyweight champion and John Jones was the fucking interim champion. And Francis Ngannou wanted John Jones, but they wouldn't give him John Jones. They wouldn't give him the money. Francis Ngannou said, listen, you want me to be in the UFC? This is what you got to do. You got to put a minimum payment for the fighters, and we got to have some kind of fucking healthcare. I want every fighter to be able to survive as a fighter. The UFC, fuck you. We're not paying any fighter in the UFC. It's all free labor. You did this shit on your own. No one told you to be a UFC fighter. Francis Ngannou said, well, you know what? The Major League Fighting or the PFL has got me. So he went over there. And then John Jones started with the, you a bitch, you ducking me, blah, 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 blah. It's been a year since he answered Ngannou. Once he signed the contract, he turned into Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cop 3. He's a civilian now. Yeah, I'm going to fuck you up later. That's what fucking John Jones did with Francis Ngannou.
He's a scared bitch.
Yep. Then after all that, he rushes the fight with Stipe. That Stipe fight came real fast. A couple weeks. He gets into a fight with Stipe. He makes Stipe fall asleep from running around. And then he kicks him in the stomach. And Stipe fucking loses. But you know what? Stipe didn't want to have that fight. They forced him to make that fight. Unlike Jones, Stipe ain't no bitch. Then John Jones, he beats Stipe. They go, listen, I don't know if you know how the heavyweight division works, but we don't have many people in the heavyweight division. So Tom Aspinall is the next contender. No. I don't want to fight good fighters. I don't want to fight people that can beat me. I want to fight old motherfuckers that are past their prime, so that way my record looks phenomenal. The same way he did to Vitor Belfort.
I want to be the Jake Paul of the UFC.
Yep. So now he's over here talking about, I ain't fighting this guy. It does nothing for me. Meanwhile, everybody's saying Tom Aspinall is the next big thing. If you'd have shut him up, you'd have been the best fighter in the world. Now, they do all this bullshit. He goes, how can I not look like I'm a bitch and still not get the fight? Fuck it. I want fuck you money. Dana White said, you know something? Since you the best son I ever had with the biggest dick, he gave him the fuck you money. John Jones said, all right, we're going to take this fight. They didn't sign for the fight. They agreed to fight. Dana White's like, yo, I just got another John Jones in me. He's out there fucking screaming and hollering, we're going to have the fight. We're going to have the fight. And John Jones said, you know something? It wasn't consent. There was no consent of me fucking you. I'm sorry. So what'd he do? He went out and got into a car accident with a white woman that was high on shrooms, and she was naked from the waist down. And when the cops came, she said John Jones was allegedly driving the car. They got John Jones on the phone, and if you hear the audio, John Jones sounds high as a motherfucking kite, like Cat Williams, ha 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 ha, talking about his brother slit throats, and he threatened the police officers, and that the women are devils, and all this other bullshit. This man would go through any heights to not lose. He lost in life, but he ain't trying to lose in the octagon.
Right. But I do want to hold on before you continue. I do want to reply to Chris the Don. Realistically, John Jones doesn't need to fight. Yes, he does. The motherfucker's gonna have a lot of lawsuits. That's one. Two, with all the sporadicness in his career of not being able to fight, he don't got that much money. Don't let him fucking fake it. Don't let him fake the funk on you. Okay? His legacy? What legacy? A legacy of being a fucking addict? Sure, that's his legacy. The legacy of introducing that cheap fucking kick? Sure, that's his legacy.
Yeah, so Chris, you say that John Jones and McGregor are worth the money they asked. Bullshit. Anderson Silva was worth the money. Matt Hughes was worth the money.
Mighty Mouse.
BJ Penn was worth the money. GSP was worth the money. Mighty Mouse was worth more money than any of these motherfuckers combined, because not only is he the greatest fighter the world has ever seen, he can still whoop people's asses and he's retired. This motherfucker beat a fucking Muay Thai expert in Muay Thai, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu expert in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and a boxer in boxing. This motherfucker is the best fucking fighter we ever seen. They didn't promote this motherfucker. Now, the money they asked for is for legal funds, because Conor McGregor beats up an old man in a bar. He breaks another person's cell phone. He gets into altercation with another person in public. John Jones runs into a pregnant woman. He runs into another car.
Wait, hold up, but McGregor, didn't Rose Namajunas also sue him?
Yes, because Conor McGregor broke the window of a bus that actually caused damage to multiple fighters that weren't able to fight on a pay-per-view card that he was supposed to fight Khabib on, but he didn't want to fight Khabib neither. We forget that shit. But no, these guys are worth every money for it. So let me ask you a question, Chris. You would rather pay convicts, criminals, and disruptors of your business the money they asked for, while still paying 10 times more money to cover their shit, than have Mighty Mouse or GSP or Anderson Silva or fucking Daniel Cormier, Chael Sonnen, fucking Stipe Miocic, Francis Ngannou? None of these motherfuckers had any problems outside of the UFC, and they gave you plenty of fucking viewership. Francis Ngannou himself would have gave you more viewership than John Jones. He's a knockout fucking artist. If you'd have cleaned up his boxing a little bit better, bro, he'd have been the next Tyson. People are paying to see fucking Jake Paul fight. All you got to do is put on a good fucking fight in fighting, and people will pay to see it.
People getting the pain to see him get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, but even he right now isn't doing the shit that John Jones is doing outside of the ring. He's just talking a lot of shit, and his reputation is preceding him. If Conor McGregor was letting his reputation precede him and he wasn't doing nothing, he would make more money than he's ever made for the UFC, because they don't have to pay any legal fees or any repercussions for him not being able to make a fight.
All I have to say on McGregor, and I saw a lot of McGregor fights, the only one that I can say that was for McGregor was the Aldo fight.
Yeah.
The man was literally getting bitch slapped by Diaz.
By Diaz, Nurmagomedov, Dustin Poirier.
I'm not saying he literally getting slapped.
Yeah.
in the professional fight, Diaz, I forgot was it Nick or Nate?
Nate Diaz.
Nate was not taking him seriously at all and was literally slapping him. He wasn't even trying to knock him out. He was slapping him. And McGregor was there taking it. McGregor is not worth any. McGregor is buns. He can do a lot of this. And if it wasn't for the Aldo fight, he would have nothing.
Yeah.
I would at least give Jones this. He knocked out a bunch of motherfuckers.
Yo, listen.
I'll give Jones that. McGregor ain't do shit.
John Jones, if you take away his finger poking and that stupid ass kick to the knee and all of his legal shit and his drug use. Now listen, this is a lot of shit to take away. Like let's simplify the shit, Hutch. If you only judge him on his legal fighting, this motherfucker is one of the best fighters in the world.
Nah.
What do you mean no?
No, I'm saying they would, if you take all that shit away, he wasn't one of the best fighters.
I mean, with his record, like legally,
yeah, his record was legally, his record's a lot better than McGregor's.
Well, when he fought Matt Hamill, it was 2 illegal elbows. Before that, he was destroying Matt Hamill. The Rampage Jackson, that stupid ass fucking knee, he was afraid of getting knocked out. Daniel Cormier, drugs. Fucking Lyoto Machida, he kind of beat him. He kind of beat him fair. Shogun out of his prime. Vitor Belfort, he was just off of the TRD. So like, there's a lot of shit in John Jones' resume that is a little sketchy here.
Yeah, I would still take his resume over McGregor. That's all.
No, yeah. But like I said, you take away that legal shit, pound for pound. If you made Mighty Mouse the same size as John Jones, Mighty Mouse fucking him up.
Oh, John Jones is getting his ass tore the fuck up.
But yo, if we're gonna talk about making money for the UFC, Chris the Don, Brock Lesnar has made more money in the UFC in those little fights that he's fucking had than any other fighter in the UFC. And then this because Dana White got him a fight on like 3 weeks notice without having to take any fucking drug tests or passing any fucking physicals or anything like that.
That's when he beat
Mark Hunt.
Oh, Mark Hunt, okay.
Yeah, Mark Hunt. That was UFC 100. And Mark Hunt sued the UFC for it, and the judge was like, listen,
yeah, we all knew fucking Lesnar was on fucking steroids.
Yeah. The judge told Mark Hunt and said, listen, bro, you're Hawaiian. Dana White's white. Brock Lesnar's white. A white man sold him the drugs. I don't see nothing wrong here. Fuck you. That's pretty much what happened.
Joseph,
because there's white and then there's wrong.
Joseph, bro, he kept. I don't know if it was Compton slaps or whatever. Those. All I know is those are disrespectful.
Yeah.
I mean, you was getting slapped around. You a grown ass man and you getting slapped around. But Chris, you want to tell me that he was worth the money? The dude was getting slapped around by another grown ass man. Get the fuck out of here.
I watched that fight at my uncle's house, and my cousin's a McGregor fan. Now we all know by that time he wasn't as fucked up as he was. He was just a controversial guy that talked shit. And my uncle was like, "Yo, is Diaz good?" I was like, "Yo, not for nothing. Sometimes he doesn't show up, but he's a fucking black belt Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and his boxing is impeccable. He puts a big problem up with Conor. In the first round, Conor was lacing him up. And then when he smacked Conor McGregor, I looked at my uncle, I said, oh, it's over. My uncle was like, what? I was like, he just smacked Conor McGregor. He's smacking him. So that means that those punches that McGregor's hitting him with don't mean nothing. It don't hurt him.
Bro, I was watching. Not to cut you off, but I was watching that fight with Led. It was me, Led, and our boy Ron. And we're there, and I'm like, did he just smack him? And Led was like, yo, that's what it looked like. And we were like, nah, he didn't smack him. Then he did it again. We were like, oh shit, he smacked him. The man, the most disrespectful shit in the fucking world is getting smacked by another grown ass man.
Yeah.
that shows the lack of respect that man has for you.
Yeah. Yo, steroids were on Brock Lesnar. I think Brock Lesnar, they just added Brock Lesnar to steroids. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they gave Brock Lesnar steroids. I
Listen,
think they just
I'm
put.
gonna be truthful. Brock Lesnar is a big individual without
Yeah.
the steroids.
Yeah, that is true. I think that, you know, not for nothing. I think he used the steroids for more healing than anything, because you know he's a wrestler, he's a fighter. He probably was training, and it was one of those like, yo, I ain't got enough time.
He was just as big in college.
He was bigger in the WWE than he was in the UFC. You gotta remember, Brock Lesnar had to lose about 80 pounds to fight in the UFC.
Oh, I know. I remember. Me and Leo were talking. I'm like, yo, man, you know, he was like, yo, Hoach, you know, Brock Lesnar walks around at 285. I'm like, I can believe that. He goes, he has to come down to like 205 to fight. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, yo, man, he literally has to lose almost a fucking a teenage kid or something. A fucking nah, bro. It's the truth. He walks around like at 285.
Dude, that's on a good day. When he was wrestling, he was like 350. Solid. Brock was bigger than OVW. Yeah. Dude, listen. Brock is a fucking freak. But we go to John Jones. My man retires. All because he doesn't want to fight Tom Aspin. And I'm pretty sure
if Tom Aspin was a colored person, I guarantee you John Jones will take that fight.
If John Aspinall was in the light heavyweight division, John Jones would have took that fight. But because the heavyweight division, there's no such thing as having a chin. You get hit once and you survive, good luck. There's no such thing as having a chin. And John Jones doesn't have that much of a fucking chin because he was getting rocked on fucking cocaine. And we all seen what cocaine did to fucking Scarface. You know what I'm saying? He's like, come on. But yeah, and then he does this shit with the car. He got into an accident. He fled that scene of crime. The woman was pantsed, and they were both high as a motherfucker.
Pretty much.
Now, this is why I don't like John Jones. He got my Jeff Hardy. He's on my Jeff Hardy list, which, not for nothing, I think Jeff Hardy's starting to slowly come off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's starting to get, you know, he's starting to redeem himself.
Jeff Hardy on the list because of what he did in TNA?
He's on the list because what he did his whole, like, most of his career. Every time he won the championship, he got high, burnt down his brother's house. You know, he got indicted. He lost, you know, he lost many of opportunities in WWE and in TNA. The shit that he did with staying in TNA, he was already on the list.
Wow, he was already on the list then?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You know what it is, man? Because like I tell people, I love wrestling. Like, that was the only thing I ever wanted to be when I grew up. And to have that potentially basically been taken away from me because of the injuries I had and the way my back is. To see someone that has everything that a man would kill for and throw that shit away for stupid decisions, and not just one, because I understand you can make a mistake, but multiple stupid decisions at the peak of your career. Sorry, I have more respect for John Cena as a person. Maybe not the character, but as a person, because he kept his shit clean. He stood where he was at. He didn't fuck any of the opportunities up. Like, you could tell that he took advantage of those opportunities. But Jeff at the time fucked up all those opportunities that people would die for and that other people should have had. And that was why I was like, you know what, man, I can't support this. Because that's what it is to me. I'm not now. You're supporting the drug habit, the alcohol habit. You know what I'm saying? You're supporting those bad decisions, and I can't support it. And I'm not supporting John Jones because of his bad decisions, because of the way he decides to fight with, you know, the finger poking and the little fucking oblique kicks that just so happen to hit the knees and all other shit. I can't support that. I can't. You're a grown man, and you got hundreds of millions of fucking dollars. Championships galore, fame galore, everything that you wanted in this business got back to you tenfold. Not a lot of people get that, Hutch. And you piss that shit down the fucking drain, and you're still pissing that shit down the fucking drain. Same shit with McGregor. It's like, yo, bro, you could have. Like, people say that Mayweather's stupid, but he got to be the smartest motherfucker I ever seen to be walking around with $500 million a fight. He got in illegal trouble once. He handled his business, and then that was it.
No, you're right. Let me think about this. Let me think about this. Mayweather, I get it. People joke that he can't read or what he's illiterate or whatever. You know, there's a lot of people like that who can't read. But as I'm gonna say something that I know it's been said before. Just because you got a degree, that don't make you smart.
Yeah.
And also just because he might be able to read, maybe he's one of those people that can't read out loud because they get nervous or whatever. But the man parlayed a career to a point where everybody to this day wish they had Mayweather money.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. He's still human. We're sitting here like he's a god. I never said he was a fucking god. I said he's fucking stupid.
Wait, who we talking about? Jones?
Yeah.
I ain't nobody calling him. We ain't calling him no god. I hope you ain't getting misunderstand with what we saying. But we ain't calling him no fucking god. They acting like he's a fucking god. And you know, like that whole he's human and he has vices and he can't seem to overcome them and that's okay. That's not okay. That's not okay, Chris. Because if your brother or your sister was going through some shit and every chance they got, they were fucking up their lives and possibly facing jail time for life, you're gonna sit there and go, "Oh, that's okay." Or are you gonna sit there and talk to him?
I don't even give a fuck about all that shit. And yeah, I understand that he's fucking human. My point is, he ain't worth all that money. At no point have I been holding him up to fucking God status.
Oh yeah.
At no point. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Everybody has vices, but he had the resources, the backing to get over those vices.
They sent
him
to
to
rehab.
not to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't have the opportunity or the backing that he had his entire career in the UFC. Okay, those people I can respect when they overcome their shit. Okay, just like Jeff Hardy. I love Jeff Hardy, the wrestler. Jeff Hardy, the person, had a lot of opportunities and a lot of backing from both WWE and TNA.
And at one point AEW.
And AEW to get over his vices. Okay, at the end of the day, it's still a choice. He chose to ruin his fucking shit with the drugs. Okay, just like if somebody is there who is alcoholic. Okay, if John Joe's an alcoholic and not a druggie, again, he has the resources and the backing, okay, to do everything in his power to overcome. He chose not to. And yes, it is his life. But what I'm saying is, I don't ever consider him, okay, worth the money of fucking the shit like that. Okay, Dana White was sucking him fucking off, sucking his fucking dick. Okay, but to me, John Jones ain't all that great, and neither was McGregor.
All right, Chris. He goes, a lot of people can have that opportunity. No, they can't. If they can, we wouldn't be worried about John Jones and Conor McGregor. You wouldn't. Let me see. You wouldn't have named those two specifically if we had a lot of people that can have those opportunities. There's only a special few that have those opportunities to be the greatest and the biggest of anything. And now you're saying he has addiction. Addiction is not easy to overcome. Yeah, you have to try though. He didn't try to get over his addiction. He didn't take the court amended fucking rehab that they told him to go to. He went there for one day and signed himself out. He said he didn't need it. This man has pretty sure a bunch of people telling him to stop doing what he's doing, and he probably left him. Because even his coach, John Winkle, he was like, yo, he's a grown man. I can't tell him to do nothing. He probably tried and was like, this nigga's not gonna stop, and I'm not gonna waste my time. Addiction is something crazy. We're not undermining the addiction. We're saying is that this man has chosen his addiction over everything that was awarded this man based off of his talent and his opportunities that he's gotten. And they are still giving this man all the opportunities in the world. So the people who are undermining his addiction and are fucking abusing him and they are fucking enabling him are the UFC, Dana White, and the rest of the fans like y'all that want to see him fucking fight and say that it's worth for him to fight. Because ain't none of y'all sitting here going, you pay the man. Ain't none of y'all sitting here going, get the man clean. Ain't none of y'all sitting here going, yo, this dude should pay for his fucking crimes because he's committing crimes and walking away with it. He doesn't have to accept any responsibility for the shit that he's done because he's a human being. I'm sorry, Chris. There are people in fucking jail for an ounce of weed. And this man has done more shit and had more drugs in his system than that ounce. Fuck me. Fuck you mean he's a human. He ain't no fucking human now. No, dude. Everyone has to have consequences for their actions, and he has had none. He has had none. And people like you are protecting him from the fucking consequences for his actions because you're sitting here saying pay the man.
You said he said, oh, well, he was worth it. Let me tell you something, Chris. I know people who are addicts. Yeah, and every day is a struggle. Okay? But like you said, Steve-O wanted to actually put himself into rehab. Like Toe said, he went into rehab. He was forced into rehab, and after one day, signed himself out. Okay? Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville, whatever, they'll tell you, yeah, dude, when we were doing Jackass, we were all fucked up. We was all... Think about what they were doing on Jackass. You gotta be on some kind of fucking drugs or fucked up to do half the shit they were fucking doing. Okay? But you see Steve-O, it's like, yo, I'm sober now. I don't want nobody around me fucking drinking. That's a choice he's making. Okay, John Jones still getting popped for cocaine after cocaine, after pop, after cocaine. He's putting himself in those situations. What I'm saying is somebody who would not have the resources or the backing of a company like the UFC would have not gotten the opportunities he has always gotten.
Yeah, Chris is saying that he should be held accountable for that and it had nothing to do with his in-ring abilities. Bro, if he should be held for his if he should be held accountable for his actions outside of the octagon, he should be in jail. He should not be awarded the chance to make tens of millions of fucking dollars a fight when there's people that are actually being held accountable for their actions in jail making 14, 15 cents a fucking hour and they can't even put money on their own fucking books. That is a fucking
that accident with that lady, anybody else would be in jail.
Yeah.
He's not.
Mayweather did a year in jail because of the shit with his wife. And he was like, I don't want my kids going to court, so I'll do the fucking year. And he was awarded nothing when he was younger. Okay, he had 3 fights and he was awarded a title shot. That was short notice, but he still was awarded a title shot. He got suspended for 2 years. He got a title shot. He had 2 of the hardest fights he's ever had back to back. He never gave these motherfucker rematches. He never gave anybody rematches. The only person he gave rematches to was Daniel Cormier, and those were fucking short notice shits. When Daniel Cormier actually gave Daniel Cormier fucking time to fight him was UFC 100. And he pulled out the day before the fucking fight because he popped for drugs.
He popped
and then
for
Silva
drugs.
came in and fucking stood and fought Daniel Cormier in that setup for John Jones. These are what we're talking about, undeserving. This man, I don't know how this man can fucking be suspended for 2 years and awarded a fucking title. Nate Diaz was one of your biggest fucking fighters. He got suspended for 2 years and wasn't awarded shit. He never had a fucking title shot. And he had one title shot and got his ass whooped. That's a fucking dad in my room.
Yeah, Mr. Loki makes a very good point.
Prisoner.
You know, his sister and his friend got cleaned out. They don't got millions of dollars. My man, the fact that this man was out for 2 years and his first match back is a title shot is like what's happening right now in fucking with wrestling with Goldberg. Gunther just won the title back from Jey Uso. Goldberg hasn't wrestled in 3 fucking years. All of a sudden, he's getting a fucking a title shot? The fuck out of here. That's what we're talking about, Chris. Okay? The fact that the people who actually deserve it are not getting it. Okay? Jones does not deserve half the shit he got. Is he very talented? Yes. But I've seen a lot of talented people not have the backing like Jones has had.
And Chris, just to let you know, we're having a discussion. I know I get passionate about what I'm saying. Just we're having this. I don't want you to think I'm yelling at you now.
He cares. Always saying, Chris, is like if it had been anybody else who was not famous and had the backing of the UFC, he would be in jail. He wouldn't be able to be making money for the UFC. Because let me tell you something. He ain't making money for himself because he's paying off a lot of people.
Yeah. Cain Velasquez is a guy that should be awarded some of these fucking. He shouldn't be held. He shouldn't be held accountable.
Cain Velasquez should not even be.
He shouldn't be held accountable for his act.
All right. That's what I'm saying. Like, how is Cain in jail for defending his family member from somebody who raped them? I'm sorry, I can't really say that. But raped them or whatever you want to say it. He's in jail because he went after that guy. But John Jones, who hit a pregnant lady or whatever, faces no consequences.
And he ran. It was a hit and run.
Think about that, Chris. That's what we're saying. He's facing no consequences.
Like, that was a hit and run. A hit and run is a criminal act.
Yes, a hit and run is a criminal offense.
Being in a car accident isn't necessarily a criminal offense. But hitting and running,
running away from fleeing the scene of a crime. That is exactly what he did. He fled the scene of a crime.
Here you go. Cain should be free and Jones should be in jail, or at least in rehab. Well, no, because this is what, the 4th time? Like, how much can this? How much of this celebrities can get away with this shit?
I mean, well, that's why he's retiring. That's why he's retiring.
Yeah, but and not to change the subject, but we give a lot of shit to LeBron James for his play, and a lot of people give shit to LeBron James for his play, but on the same hand, they'll give John Jones all the leeway in the world because of that whole addiction is hard. But you got to try though. That's like someone is laying down on the bench and they just have the bar and they're trying to do a bench press and they say bench pressing is hard. Like, yeah, but you haven't put your hand on the bar yet. You didn't even try to lift the shit up. You just complain that it's hard. Just because it's hard don't mean that it's okay if you don't try. No, it just means it's okay if you don't succeed. If John Jones went to rehab all the times and
actually stuck with it and slipped up, he might be in the same spectrum where Steve and Johnny Nurse were at, where they're off of drugs. And
that's another thing that people don't take into consideration. There are people out there that love this motherfucker unconditionally. Fans that love him unconditionally, don't even know him, and they think that it's okay for him to do it. So then now they have an out with whatever they decide to do. It doesn't have to be drugs. It could be something criminal. It could be something stupid. You know what I'm saying? It could be any other fucking thing that's not right. You know, like
Look, his brother played in the NFL. You don't see his brother getting fucking being on the news. I'm sorry. His brother played about 10 to 12 years as a defensive end in the NFL. So he was constantly hitting somebody else, another human being.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
yo, Damien, it's
Well, Damien, you was being good today until your last comment.
it's either pronounced holla bitch or holla back girl.
Oh no,
Holla
douche.
There you go.
All right, but Damien, you was up here. Gotta
Hey,
bring you down.
congratulations to Holla Douche for losing in the NBA Finals. Excuse me, Kevin, you stepping away, bro.
That's why. Welcome. That's why.
That's why.
Shit. On another hand, my brother was telling me the other day, he goes, he wants the Yankees to win the championship despite Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge.
Despite who?
We feel the same way. It was like, yo, it doesn't impress me the shit you do in the regular season when you don't show up in the postseason. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those, like, I want the team to be like, yo, you don't, fuck you, Joe Boo. I do it myself.
Well, how about if the Yankees do make it that far and Aaron Judge kills it in the playoffs?
Nah. I don't think he's gonna make it that far alive. Yo, bro, he's old. He doesn't want to play no more. He said he doesn't want to be seen after the season. He's probably gonna get hurt. He should get hurt just for the
When did he say that?
on the Pat McAfee show, he said that he's done after this season. He doesn't want to live a life in front of the camera. You're never gonna see him again. He's gonna, this bullshit.
Well, you went from talking to Aaron Jones, talking about Aaron Jones, to talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I know.
Aarons.
But you said Aaron. You said Aaron, and I went straight to defense mode. Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Fuck him. That's why.
I still have problems with Aaron Rodgers. Fuck him and the bitch he wrote in on. Now, what was the question, Hodge? I need it in English this time. What happens if what?
What happened if Aaron Judge kills it in the playoffs and the Yankees end up winning a championship because of him instead of in spite of him?
All right. So, what do you think?
About Spider-Man? That's all I heard from Hodge.
All right. Hodge, if he shows up in the playoffs and we win the championship, I would say he won us the title. And then see what happens next year.
Okay.
If it's a fluke, it's a problem. But I'll be dude, not for nothing. Jeter is my captain. But Bernie Williams and Hideki Matsui won us 2 championships.
Listen,
It wasn't A-Rod.
I'm old school. I'm old school. Don Mattingly is my captain. All right, and he ain't never won the
If
chip.
he waited one more year.
Nah, he wouldn't. We would have never had Tino. Tino's one of the reasons we won that chip. All right, Damien, I'm gonna tell you right now.
What did he say? Go ahead, Hodge.
I don't know what he said, but I believe the guy just recently lost his mother. If I'm right, like it hadn't been like a year or so, whatever. But it's like recent, right?
2017.
Oh,
What happened?
2017.
according to
His mother passed away in 2017
in a car accident. All right, so I had here it goes. The Spectator made a remark about Marte's mother who passed away in a car accident in 2017. It was a terrible moment. Lavorio told the reporters after the fans are nasty and the fans go too far sometimes. Let me see if I could.
Like, I want to know what the fuck this motherfucker said.
So he was heckling him about his mother. The He was seen in tears on the field after a spectator yelled the derogatory comments about his mother. They said his mother who died in a car crash. Marte was visibly upset during the pitching exchange at the bottom of the 7th inning, and manager Tony Lavarro was seen counseling him with an arm around him. He was benched and asked the fan to be removed. White Sox confirmed Wednesday the fan was ejected from the game and has been banned indefinitely. There's no place in the game for ballparks for offensive language. Terrible moment. No place should be.
Look, I'm kind of flip flop on this because I know when it comes to basketball, I'll just look at a motherfucker and be like, all right, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go fuck your wife or your mother or whatever. And, in baseball, I would be all for it if the guy took the fucking baseball and threw it at the fan's fucking face.
Yeah, we only heckle on Tube like that. Fuck that.
Listen, bro. I don't. Growing up, my whole mother situation wasn't the best. But I don't be goddamn you gonna say something bad about my mom.
Yeah.
Like growing up, I would say 98% of the fights I had was because somebody said something about my mom. It was that ass, like my man from the movie Don't Be a Menace to South Central. It was like, what you said about my mama? Yeah, it was that quick. It would go from 0 to 100 real quick if you said something about
Boys in the
my
Hood.
mother.
That's the original scene. I feel sorry
the
for your mother.
That's the spoof. That's the Wayne's one. Hey, what you say about my mama? But yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like, look, I can understand the fan is saying, yo, you suck, this and that you're not a good basketball player, you's a bitch and shit like that. Like, if that's what the fan is doing, then fine. But mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, as a fan, keep it about the player.
Yeah.
Because now you incorporate family. Again, I'm petty and I'm a dick. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find out your name. I'm gonna buy your house, kick you the fuck out, and then when you're there with your family on the streets, I'm gonna roll up and be like, "Oh yeah, guess what? You could thank your bitch ass motherfucking husband for the fact that you have no fucking house right now." That's some shit that I would do. Yo, what up?
What's going on?
Guy?
Yo, not for nothing. As someone who lost both their parents, yo, I get heckling and I get your mama jokes and all that. But if you know somebody,
keep it about the
like
player.
if you know somebody lost their fucking family member, why the fuck are you gonna go like that? That's fighting words. That's something that if he would have fucking threw that ball 107 miles in your fucking face, you deserve that shit. And the fan getting banned and all that, you know what? Not for nothing. We need somebody to be held accountable for their responsibilities. This is what we're talking about when you don't hold John Jones accountable for his fucking actions, because now you got people out here thinking that no one is getting fucking consequences. Not for nothing. They should have fucking made that fan publicly apologize to this dude, put him in a room with him for 5 minutes, or whatever happens. And then ban his fucking ass for life.
Facts. I'm all for that shit. Oh, you want to talk shit? All right, well, meet me outside after the game. meet me outside. You don't catch these hands.
I remember one time. Bad show. My bad.
No, go ahead, because I forgot what I was going to say.
I remember one time after my mother passed, somebody made the comment, "Oh, I'm old enough to be your mother," and I snapped at her. So imagine somebody talking shit about my mom right after. Nah, you bugging.
Bro, like I said, bro, I understand the heckling. I was an athlete growing up. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching sports all my life. Like, I get it. You want to heckle the player. Keep it about the player. You couldn't hit fucking if I put it on a T-ball plate for you, whatever. Like, keep it about the player.
Yeah.
There should be no mentions of family members.
Yo, the White Sox put on their billboard during the game. The White Sox community supports Ketel Marte. Like, I mean, yo, listen, a lot of people who are immature and are young don't understand it, but there are lines you don't cross. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
absolutely.
And
controversial because that sounds like a drunk white guy. No offense. Go ahead.
well, I know we said in the beginning.
Well, I guarantee
Yeah,
you it was a drunk white guy.
yeah.
That's not controversial. I guarantee you it
We
was a
said
drunk
this in the
white guy.
beginning of the show. If there's white and there's wrong, you know what I'm saying? So like we already said that, but it doesn't matter if he's drunk or not. You still make the choice, right? And now it's weird because heckling him is not the problem. It's the fact that you put this man in a position he can't touch you. That's the issue.
But I
That's
can't.
the issue. You can say whatever you.
Do
Yeah,
we
you can
have
say
a
whatever
problem?
you want, but this man can't. That's why he went to tears. He can't retaliate. He can't touch you. He can't run up there and climb up there and do it. He can't physically do anything.
I mean, he could. He
World
could
peace.
do Ron Artest, aka
By the time
World
he'd
Better
have got
Peace.
to the fucking dugout, the fucking the umpire and the team would have stopped him. You know what I'm saying? There's no way.
Right.
They didn't stop Metal World Peace.
You know,
Well, basketball
but
court
that's
is a
what I'm
lot
saying.
smaller than baseball.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people who heckle athletes assume most of the time that the athlete's not
Yeah.
going to touch them. Like we have never had something after the whole Ron Artest shit.
Yeah. Oh, because one, the NBA don't want that no more, and two, some fans remember that shit and they're like, "I'm not fucking fighting this 6'8" motherfucker. You bugging?" Shit.
My man, do you see how fast that
Yeah.
motherfucker got up to
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Bro.
He's our athlete.
And on TV, Artest doesn't. On TV, Ron Artest doesn't look that big because he's surrounded by some fucking 6'11", 7 foot tall motherfuckers.
Allen Iverson's 6'1". Just put that in perspective.
but man, Ron Artest is 6'7". But when the Ron Artest got up there, that fan
Yeah.
was looking up like, oh shit, yeah.
What were you saying, Sean?
I was gonna say these guys have been the tallest person in their class their whole life. Most of them have been bullies, so they've been fighting all their life.
Yeah. And yo, I'm a big proponent of I'm a man first, right? Like people like I took the police officer exam, and this was around the time when they were spitting in police officers' face, they were shooting them, no other shit. And I said, like, I can't be a cop because I'm a man first. They ain't no I gotta be holding to some shit because I'm above saying nope. You spitting in my face, I'm ripping your tongue out of your fucking head. Fuck you. You ain't gonna be
Your
able to
tongue
chew
is
no
under
more.
arrest.
Your teeth and your tongue is gone. Sorry. I'll
Put a
leave your
handcuff in
eyes.
your tongue.
Yeah, I'll leave your eyes so you can see people disgusted with how you fucking look now. But like I said, I'm a man first, and I've had issues with people like fucking what's his name? I forgot his fucking name. From Up Down Down. Simon Miller. But that's all jokes and shit. That's just like he probably don't even remember. You know what I'm saying? But that's as a man, I could talk to him face to face. We had plenty of conversations, face to face, and everything was cool. It's just on camera we had this little thing. John Cena, as a man, you have to respect him, and you could say he sucks and do his other shit while you're at the field, but you still gotta. There's a limit and there's a fucking line you can't cross unless you're willing to throw these fucking hands. That's what I'm saying. Yo, you can say whatever the fuck you want, but if you want me locked up in a room with homeboy for 5 minutes, think twice. And I guarantee you that motherfucker would have fucked homeboy up. If he's crying on the fucking mound in front of thousands of people, he'd have fucked homeboy up. You put him in a room for 5 minutes.
It's funny because I know a lot of people that, oh, look, he was crying. He's being a little bitch. Some people cry out of frustration because they know that they can't do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. There are people.
And people, I know there's a lot of people out there that don't understand the fact that you're so fucking mad that you literally are crying tears, and it's not because your feelings are hurt. It's like yo, I can't touch this motherfucker. I literally want to put my fist through his fucking head, but I can't.
And sometimes those tears just come out because it's pain. To be emotionally in pain, anything will make those tears pop out, whether you wanted to or not. You know what I'm saying? There was one time I'm watching a TV show about somebody, and somebody just said one thing, and tears going down my eyes. I'm like, oh shit! I had to fucking wipe the motherfuckers like I sneezed or something. I'm at work. I'm like, I can't be looking like no bitch out here. But it's just pain, bro. And that pain never goes away when you lose somebody. You know what I'm saying? And that dude, I bet you John Jones would duck that motherfucker too. Son of a bitch. But yeah, man, that heckler, they gotta go. It's like what they should have did with the people heckling Jackie Robinson back in the day, and all that racist shit. There's no room for that in sports. Sports is one of the most diverse fucking activities you could do in this world, and it doesn't matter your race, creed, or color. If you got game, you got fucking game.
Right, like I said, if you want to say, "Oh, you suck," you can't throw the ball, you can't hit the ball, you can't catch the ball. Like I don't even know why you even in the major leagues or whatever, like shit like that. I get it, but the probably and show I'm telling you right now, he probably was a drunk white guy. And not probably, I can basically guarantee it was a drunk white guy.
Word.
You saw what Boogie Cousin did to some fucking heckler? Put his fucking nuts on his hand. Smell this.
Yeah, and look what happened to him. Now he's out of the league.
Banned from the Puerto Rico League.
They might have to unban him. What do you think?
So like David Chappelle once said, when keeping it real,
yeah, man. Wrong. The gangster got banned.
Speaking of the gang, yeah, so Boogie Cousin was gangster for doing that shit, but Boogie Cousin just lost the contract with the Puerto Rican League, and he's been banned from the Puerto Rican League, so he ain't got no money.
Yeah, his money ain't gangster no more. Yeah, speaking of gangster, Westbrook signed with the overseas league.
Yeah, he did.
I don't blame him.
Again, he went from being a max player to teams not wanting him. I mean, this is only him and Oscar Robertson have averaged a triple-double in an NBA season. Bro, do you know, my man, the big O, Oscar Robertson, was called Mr. Triple-Double.
Yep.
And now Russell Westbrook they basically dubbed Mr. Triple-Double Part 2. Come on now.
Appreciate that, Chris. We moved on to the heckler with
Whoa, stop. You was on the call? Come on now. You don't take no calls during the podcast.
Who you think you are? Wait, I ain't never seen Chris the Don and fucking Ray in the same room together. That Ray?
Word.
You on another fucking call? Nah, but yeah. So
we get it, Chris. I mean, it's a but yeah, dude, I don't. You know what, Joseph? That would be crazy if he did go back to fucking OKC. But I tell you what, it's crazy for me to the fact that Garnett is now on the. Not Garnett. I keep doing that. Durant and James Harden are now on the same team.
Yeah.
All right, or whatever. I know. The Harden's out of the Rockets, right? But now the craziest part was they all three started at OKC, and now all three have been on the Rockets at one point or another.
Yep. And none of them can win.
But normal guy, I don't blame you. This draft has been some boring ass shit. So if you try to watch the draft and fell asleep, I don't blame you.
Yo, so
Look, I'm watching the draft via my phone on the ESPN app. I'm like, I don't know who these people
yeah,
are.
but that Asian dude that the Grizzlies just got it, 7'1", big one. Yo, why is Asia where all the tall motherfuckers at? I eat a lot of rice too. What the fuck? Shit. But yo, speaking
I mean, 7'1" is not that
uh,
tall.
for Asians, I mean, I'm seven.
I mean, especially with Yao Ming was
Yeah,
7'6".
I mean, I identify as 7'3", but you know, shit, they didn't give me no shot in the NBA. Yeah,
But
right.
here,
Shit. So Russell Westbrook decides to go overseas for his money. Kyrie Irving declined his $43 million player option for next season and is intended to sign a new 3-year, $119 million deal with the Mavericks. That's crazy.
really,
Where Russell Westbrook has accomplished more in his career than Kyrie Irving, except for the championship, you know, individual stats. And Kyrie Irving's turning down $43 million to get $119 million, but Russell Westbrook is getting hundreds of thousands of dollars. Oh no, what is $1 million for his vet?
well, no, where I think he's going to
No, but
China,
the
I think he is,
minimum,
right?
the minimum for a league vet is like $1 million.
Oh, the minimum is
3
like
million.
3 million for a league veteran.
Yeah, see, that's fucking crazy.
And not for nothing, I would take Westbrook over
Kyrie.
Kyrie any day of the week.
See now, all right, who you think can team up with Westbrook? Because that I think is the issue that he's on. He's on teams where they don't allow him to play his style. Like when he teamed up with LeBron James, instantly I was like, "There's no way he's going to team up with." That's not a good match. LeBron James makes people change their style to suit his style, and Westbrook can't do that.
Well, what Westbrook needs to have the ball in his hands because he can. He not only can he score, he's a facilitator. But then LeBron James, he's the ball. He needs to have the ball in his hands. By the way, my nephew just looked at me crazy when I said that I would take Westbrook over Kyrie any day of the week.
Well, you got to remember, Kyrie has been hurt almost every year, and he hasn't.
Bro,
He's also
it's not even about that. It's just, to me, Kyrie has a great handle. I'll give him that. Better handle than Westbrook. I go, but
is the heart.
I know that Westbrook is gonna go out there and he's gonna give you everything he has.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Westbrook didn't become crazy with the ball until both Harden and Garnett left OKC. Think about that. When all three were on the team, Westbrook was playing second fiddle to Durant. And he wasn't going crazy trying to score everything. Those two guys left, and if Westbrook didn't score about 40 points a game, OKC wasn't even close to winning.
True.
Come on, Show. Don't be so quiet.
Right. I think Show's still mad at Aaron Rodgers.
Ah.
Has got injury-prone players in Kyrie and AD and mental flag. Bet 5 years Nico still trades him the second he gains 5 points. Shit. Pretty sure. That's another one. Anthony Davis.
Waste of a fucking play.
Westbrook fitting to give the bunnies the D. If does anybody know about the bunnies, it's Hutch over here. Hutch went around school going, "Shh, I'm hunting for rabbit." It's wabbit season.
I did. As a matter of fact, I don't really have to just come to me.
Word. Because he had that box with the carrot in it. Roger's got to hold the show. That's what it is. That aphrodisiac shit. Whatever the appomitis, whatever the shit he's smoking. Show's high off of that. It's either that or show fell asleep.
He's driving.
Word.
Let me see. Yeah.
We got UFC pay-per-view on Saturday.
Okay.
Where the former featherweight champion Alil Tapura is in a lightweight title bout with Charles Oliveira.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and the flyweight champion Alexander Antoja is facing a New Zealand fighter Kai Kara France. So he's the number 4 contender. So there's 2 title fights this weekend. Plus, there's also Night of Champions. If they still go to
yeah, the WWE needs to be smart about that and not go.
Hayasusi or whatever. Hashish. Remember the hashish?
What he was smoking is ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha. Don't get any on you.
And I've taken ashwagandha. It's a good natural herb, but it's not going to do half the shit that he was talking about that it's going to do.
But did you smoke it or did you chew it?
Oh, no, that's something you got to ingest. You don't smoke ashwagandha.
He smokes.
And that's why he fucked up his Achilles.
Yeah, he smokes it with a little shashish and a little kakish.
Aha, he was mixing it. No bueno.
Word. Yep. Yo, I don't know if y'all heard, but you know why they call him Charles Du Bronx?
No, why they calling him that?
So there's an actual town in Brazil called Du Bronx, which was named after the Bronx because of how bad it was. Now this is in like the 60s, 70s when the Bronx was at its worst. So his nickname.
Wait. Wait, the Bronx was at its worst? Like it's not bad now?
Well, I mean, it was worse back in the day. I'm not saying it's not bad now, but back in the day, shit. But so his nickname is his town, which is named after the Bronx. And I'm from the Bronx. So fuck all that. From the barbecue? I heard about them.
Woo!
Shit. Either pay the $50 million back or just say fuck it, let's wrestle while bombs are dropping, which we would be hella dope. Oh, he's talking about Night of Champions.
I mean, it would definitely give a meaning to the bombs bursting in air.
Word. But Joseph, if you're asking for $50 million, would you be in a building like that?
God damn it, Ray! Why are you not here?
Word. Jake versus Holmes is on that day. The difference is you got to pay for those shits. You got to pay for.
I might be at the bar on Saturday.
Which one? The tavern or the one by you?
The one by me.
They sell food over there?
Yes, they do. You're welcome to come on through.
So I don't have to make the pizza. They got food there.
No, you don't have to make the pizza.
They got food. All right, cool. Night of bombs. Night of bombs.
Bomb.
What was he? Was a bombardier. That's probably why they told CM Punk to come through, so that way it could be explosive.
Hey, you can drop a pipe bomb. Ooh. Yeah, I went there.
Shit, word. But other than that, I don't know who the fuck else is on this fucking card.
I don't know.
So the number one flyweight in the world is fighting very tough. The guy, I'm surprised he isn't fighting for the title. The number 12 rank fighter in the world. The number 1 versus 12. And then number 9 versus
Now,
11.
what happens if 12 beats 1?
1 gets a title shot. And 12 moves up all the way to 11.
Yeah.
Because he has to beat 1 twice to get rid of the and then he'll be 1. Because then, he got rid of the first one, so now he's 2, and then he got rid of 1, now he's 1. There's a guy with a fucked up lip fighting on the undercard. Yo, and look, there's 3. Not to sound racist, but I'm gonna say it anyway. There's 3 black guys on this card, Hutch. Look.
Oh my god.
See?
So
They don't even have pictures of them.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, my bar is gonna have it. Probably be a $20 free to get in. Oh no, they do that for boxing. I gotta find out.
Or I know Buffalo Wild Wings chose the fight also, but if we decide to go, we can't go to that one. Yeah, and wait there. We gotta go to another one. Luckily for us, no one knows that the UFC exists anymore, so there wouldn't be that big of a crowd.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been that crazy lately.
Walter Clayton Jr. was just picked by somebody.
Who?
Walter Clayton Jr.
I didn't know there was a Clone Whitney Senior.
Me neither, but apparently somebody's baby's on TV right now. Unless this is the youngest person to ever get drafted by the NBA. Look at this. I notice your channel could benefit from a larger audience. You know what's funny, Hoogie? They can't. We're different from every other channel. We benefit from less money. They give us more money if we don't have anybody watch us on Kick. Because that's not how Kick works, asshole. It's like a girl coming up. I noticed that you want some pussy. No, I don't. Shut up.
So, truthfully,
you pay for the UFC? Yes. You know what's funny? I have to. All those other sites don't work for me.
I'm a throw something out there.
Oh shit.
And it's completely off what we were talking about. But if Rodgers takes the Steelers into the playoffs, how soon before you blow up his house?
It depends how they get in the playoffs. Like they're waiting for another team to lose, or they just like clinch.
Nah. He has a great season, and they in the playoffs. They guaranteed playoff spot. Basically, they win the division.
About 2 games before they win the division. You know the gas pipes in those homes are old. You gotta really check them. You know the electrical system is that the knot and tie shit. They don't really upgrade them shits that like they used.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying anything can happen. Yeah, that'd be fucking weird if his house did blow up.
Yo.
And if anybody's wondering, my name is Show. But so the Knucklehead Network are the bad boys.
Hold on, Mr. Loki. We gotta explain to you the situation that happened.
Go ahead.
It was me, Le, and Toe. I ordered one of those drinks that they had there that just looked good. It was a called Blue Hawaiian, but I said, nah, I'm gonna call it Smurf Piss because it was blue. Now, I had one just to try it out. I finished mine. the bartender, because even though we were in the sitting area, the bartender was serving us because I guess they were short service people. She comes over and brings me the same drink again. Mind you, I had not ordered it. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I started drinking. 10 minutes later, she comes over and she literally goes, she came over for something. I know I think to drop off Les drink. And there was two guys in the table in front of us. And the guy goes, excuse me, I ordered one of those. Be with you. Where is mine? And the girl goes, oh. Apparently, the second drink that she gave me was supposed to be for him. So I ended up getting a second drink for free because it was not on our bill.
Nope.
Plus, it also took toll about an hour and a half to get a Pepsi.
Yeah. Yo, I sat down. The woman was like, what can I get you? I said, well, I'm waiting for my friend, so I'll just take a Coke right now. All right. Hutch and Lay's soda got there before mine. The bitch was also working at the bar, and all you need to do is press a button to get soda at the bar. You don't need to make no special Smurf piss. You don't need to do nothing. Just fucking put ice in a cup and press a button, and you got my drink ready, willing and able. And then fucking took 45 minutes for the bitch to give me my fucking soda. It's kind of like what happened on Saturday, Hutch. I'm at this oyster restaurant and in White Plains, and I asked the dude for another refill of the Pepsi. He's like, I got you. He brings 4 fucking Cosmos or whatever the fucking the drunken espresso shit is. 4 of them motherfuckers. He leaves. He comes back with water. He fills up all the water. He leaves. He comes back with some other shit. He goes, yo, don't worry, I got your Pepsi. Another man goes, yo, do you want a refill of Pepsi? He's like, yes. But the homeboy said he got me. He goes, all right. He comes back 2 more times. I tell my brother, I said, yo, this is the 5th time this motherfucker came without my goddamn Pepsi. What's going on here? And then he finally gives me Pepsi. And I drink that shit. And I'm like, damn. I was so thirsty, I need another one. Because they give me, like, it's in a shot glass, Hutch.
What?
Like, those little bullshit glasses. You know, like a fucking 12-ounce cup. You know, like the shaking martini. Yes, that had more soda in it than the fucking, like the fucking little skinny martini fucking glasses or whatever the fuck.
Wow.
I'm like, come on, bro. I want to be like, yo, you do me a favor. Take one of these plants, take it out of the fucking vase, and fill up the goddamn vase with soda. Give me a man-sized cup, you some bitch. But yeah, and so that motherfuckers didn't want to give me no soda neither. Here's a problem. But I just looked it up, Hutch. Buffalo Wild Wings serves a pina colada. It's made with Captain Morgan spice rum, coconut, lime, and pineapple juice. It's even referred to as the spiked football. While the sources don't explicitly state if the drink is blended with crushed ice, the description as a tiki-style drink served in a custom football-shaped glass, and the ingredients used suggest that it's like served blended or shaken with crushed ice to give that classic frozen or chilled pina colada consistency. So, if they got crushed ice in the spiked football, I might get me a pina colada.
Okay.
Listen, man, I'm trying to broaden Hutch and Lay's horizons with all those fruity drinks that they be getting, like Scotch and Manhattans, and go into some man's drink. 2025, Hutch. You gotta start drinking like a man.
I mean, iced tea and makers, baby.
Don't even say it, Hutch, because you don't even believe Rodgers will take them to the playoffs. You gotta remember they play in the AFC North, one of the toughest divisions, and all of them play outdoors. Plus, the Steelers' O-line is young and questionable. True. Yeah. And plus, the Jets are taking it.
I'm just saying, Toe said it from the beginning. He didn't trust Rodgers.
Rodgers seems like the type of cocksucker that would fucking do that shit to us. He seems like the cocksucker that would do that shit to us in spite. But
I'm laughing because you called him a cocksucker.
Yeah. It's all right though. It's all right though, because he ain't gonna do nothing. Justin Fields is gonna have the greatest season he's ever had. He's gonna have the greatest career he could have ever had with any other team. Oh shit, these European players are coming in hot in this year's draft. Yo, last year's wasn't the first 5 picks French niggas?
Like 5 out of the first 10, whatever, were your international players.
And none of them did anything this year. I don't remember hearing them motherfuckers anywhere. Yo, it looked like you uppercutted your screen just now.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. Again, the second year in a row where a lot of the college players, I don't know who the fuck they are. They're not that good.
Word.
Sorry.
Who's better, these college players or Angel Reese?
My left nut.
And he's hooked up to a lie detector, so he can't lie.
I'm sorry. I would fuck Angel Reese, but she can't make a fucking layup to save a fucking life.
I don't think anybody taught her how to make a layup. The fundamentals of that layup is horrible.
Oh, it's bad.
Like the coordination is gone. Too. Like, what happened? Yo, speaking of coordination, did you see Cody Rhodes shoot a basketball in that 3-point contest that they had in Fanatics? That leads me to believe he is not Dusty Rhodes' son. Yo, if you look it up, Dusty Rhodes played in a celebrity basketball game. My man was draining threes. He looked like a fucking professional basketball player out there. My man was killing it. I don't know what happened to Cody. He was doing this. Like, nah, son. Nah.
See, now I gotta see how Dustin shoots.
I saw that. I said, nope. This kid is adopted. That's not his biological father. I'm sorry. Not his biological father.
That's pretty funny.
I was like, nah, son. Something got to pass down to your ass. Something.
My man said,
Cameron Brink? Who the fuck is that?
"Oh, Snow Bunny."
Oh, the tall chick. She wears that like leg sleeve.
Yeah, I think so.
Yo, that chick that fucking defended what's her name is hot.
Caitlin Clark, the one
Yeah.
who defended her.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blonde one. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Don't sleep. But what's her name? Something Klum or Plume?
Heidi Klum?
No. I'm talking about the chick that was married to Darren Waller. She plays in the NBA. She's pretty sexy too. She'll catch it. I mean, you know this is good. Look at this shit.
Leslie Plum?
That one, yeah.
You know, I thought she was a lesbian.
Did you?
I didn't know she was married.
I mean, they're divorced already. They were married for less than a year.
Shit. She is hot though.
She'll catch it.
Yeah. Didn't they just win the championship?
Yeah, she won the chip. All right, people, you're here. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I know Show been wanting to talk about something for years.
Yeah, what, the back of his eyelids?
According to him, they look good. Well, tune in tomorrow where we'll be giving our predictions for Night of Champions, and we'll be talking if they're gonna go to Saudi or not. Plus other wrestling news. Hutch, you know you're always welcome to join us. And
Absolutely. I mean, guys, I know sometimes I pop up here and there. Unfortunately, it's my busy season at work. I work in HVAC, so it's been hot the last couple of days. I hate the fact that it's going to rain the next couple of days. But I'm actually looking forward to it.
word.
Dude, you know that by Friday there's gonna be a 40-degree difference.
Which that's gonna be crazy.
I mean, think about it. To yesterday, it hit 100 basically.
Yeah.
By Friday, the high is 66.
Shit.
Tomorrow, the high is like 78.
That's crazy. I just bought a new AC. Right? It's Esterin or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Cruz was talking to me. He's like, yeah, I don't know that brand, but okay.
Dude, it was it's 6,000 BTUs. It was like 219. My other AC was literally overloading every 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's not good.
And I think that was 5,000 BTUs to 6,000. It's making the room okay at fucking this heat. But I want to see what it does in normal fucking temperatures.
I mean, right now, had you called me, I would have been like, and you would have gave me the square feet, I would have probably told you to go with an 8,000 BTU.
So it was either this 6,000 BTU for 200 or a 12,000 BTU for 500. Those are the only two options I had.
You know what? Because you do have the setup in that room, the 12 might have been a little bit better.
I hear you, but the price wasn't. Trust me.
I mean, you could have gone, motherfucker, put yourself out there at the corner. Holler for that dollar and do something strange for that change, girl.
Back in the day, I would have, but now it's all these he-she's or the she-she's.
I mean, yo, my man, start your old ass. No, put on your feet.
I had them in McDonald's. I couldn't suck dick. Nah, but I just needed something. It's doing something.
Nah, I would advise you to go with an 8,000 BTU.
I was gonna get an 8,000, but by the time I got to the Home Depot, there was none left.
You got Lowe's, you got Walmart.
Dude, the like all of them were delivery.
You got the Best of Buy.
Dude, all of them were delivery. They had none of them in store.
Really?
Pickups. Yeah. When I looked online, they had no in store.
How about Costco?
You know something? I didn't even fucking test Costco.
And you got a car. He's not only a client, he's the member.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's
Joseph, I'm gonna tell you right now, your heat in Texas is nothing compared to New York City humidity. Right? You guys in Texas, you at least got open spaces. New York is a hot box. We got buildings next to buildings, and they're all glass. Sun hits that, then it bounces to the concrete. Now, I remember telling somebody, well, you know, cement is a conduit. They're like, yo, what do you mean a conduit? Well, if it's hot, the cement is hot. If it's cold, the cement is cold. Just conduit for temperature. It's not that hard a process to understand.
Shit, they had a 12,000 BTU for $389. It's $170 more than what I paid.
Yeah, but you would have basically double the unit that you have now. And that would have definitely made a difference in what you're feeling right now.
Yeah.
See that right there?
Yeah.
12,000 BTU unit.
I think I have 10,000 in my living room.
Yeah.
because
Now, mind you,
originally,
this is in my living room. I've had this. As a matter of fact, I had this when I lived in the second floor of the same building I am now.
yeah,
And when I moved up to the fifth floor, Chris helped me move because he was still living closer to me by then.
yeah. Yo, what do you think about these types of ACs though?
You know what? I've been hearing good things about this brand.
But you see how the like there's a gap between it.
Yeah, I know here the rankings are not good, but I don't like that kind of unit. I like my old school shit.
Yeah. But like, do they make a difference?
They do.
So it's not as powerful as if it was just one solid thing.
Yeah, if it was, I don't like that because
All the air transfer that could have been this whole thing is this little shit.
right.
I hear you. That's the only one they have online. But anyway, guys, tune in tomorrow for the wrestling. Friday we'll be back with the Toe in the Show. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna talk about, but Hush, like I said, you are invited to every single one of them. So I'll send you a link if you want to join us.
Absolutely.
And tint your windows in your crib. It helps. Possibly.
Bro,
But
I got blinds and I got blinds.
I hear that.
But here's the thing, Joseph. I live on the fifth floor, and we all know that heat rises. So my apartment is always fucking hot.
Yeah. Shit. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace, everybody.
All right, everybody have a good night.
Bird. Joe says good night also.